G'day, mate, and welcome back to Captain Industry with me, Jetty. Today's episode, we're hoping to work on, well, people. Last episode we worked on power and water. Today, hopefully people. We'll see. But as always, I need to thank you guys. For coming back, episode after episode and liking the videos. At the same time, I need to thank you guys for leaving me the wonderful comments. Also need to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, because we're in episode 60. Obviously, episode 60. I definitely deserve a sub by now. Right? You should have subscribed by now. At the same time, as always, I need to thank you guys for sharing the video. And lastly, I need to thank the wonderful YouTube members and Patreon supporters that are going out of their way to keep the channel ad-free. Little experiment we started in 2022 was to, well, move the channel across from, rather than being supported by a whole bunch of ads, mid-roll ads, ad inserts, ad integrations, all that sort of stuff, to move us across to something a little bit more community funded. So I need to thank the wonderful Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Today we're naming a brand new truck. Yes, I am replacing some of the old little trucks with brand new dump trucks, because that's really what we're short on. And I need to thank you. I need to thank Hi, which I need to thank him for two reasons. One, for becoming a YouTube member, and two, for having a name I can actually pronounce. Thank you, Hi, for becoming a YouTube member. Today's episode, we need to do a few things. First off, as you can see, we have a people problem. So the first thing I need to do is I need to unpause this. The next thing I need to do, which may come back and haunt me, and I may need to turn back off, is I need to do something about, well, food. Well, food's a catch-22. We have low food, but as I've covered already, food's actually fine. Oh, well, tofu's actually not capped out anymore. So, obviously, we need some more soybeans. God, which farm? I don't really have a farm I can turn off from something and put it onto something else. Yes, okay. Well, with our latest housing unpause, that's going to take our population up over 10,000, which means I need to, unfortunately, come in here and stop giving them plenty of food, 1 and 2. Because currently we've been feeding them enough to feed not 10,000 people, but 15,000 people. So I need to turn this off. It's going to cost me 1.5 uni, which I'm hoping I can make up. In the meantime, I'm going to cut you back by 2 levels. Just because it's very, very borderline. Because I have contracts, they go up and down in unit cost depending month to month, depending on how many ships leave in that particular month to do a contract. Also, I do a lot of building with uni, so it's a little bit cash for me too. First thing we need to do is I have some parts, so we're going to build some solar panels. Like so, a little bit more free power. Love free power. The next thing we need to talk about is, let's go with slag. Our slag export is doing fine. My catch is, if we click on this pipe or look at these containers, even though the ships are coming back, we still have far too much sour water. We're not actually processing the sour water fast enough, which means I'm going to be putting in another waste not want not build, which is great because this is going to process even more sour water. At the same time, it should give us more fertilizer. More fertilizer, of course, means more crops. Currently, our farms are, for comparison, if this tank is full, that means every single one in the first row is running at 90%. 90%, yes, because that way they get some natural replenishment. This one's empty, which means the second row is not full of fertilizer. We're about 3 farms in either direction from the tank. So down here is, yeah, it's right on that 90% mark. You're obviously not being fertilized at all. The last row is actually supported by the organic fertilizer, which we're getting from poop processing, along with extra biomass from processing food. So that's running this, which is giving us some organic fertilizer for literally the cost of power, workers, and Unity. Yeah, the powers, workers, and maintenance. So it's getting to this farm. It's not quite getting to the end. Maybe with a bit more food processing, we can probably get over the line where I can max out one row of farms at least at 100%. Actually, I can oh yeah, 199. I can drop you. You make 4.7. You need 4.5. If I drop that to 80%, that's 4.1. Nope, we're going to go for 4.7 and stay on the safe side. All right. Next thing we need to talk about, with another waste not want not build, which is tied into the existing builds, which is tied into the giant pipe doing sour water, is we're slowly filling in this section here, so I can move in an extra dock, right about here, which will take over our wood imports and exports. Of course, that means that, well, I need the trucks to actually fill in that stuff. The other thing I want to get done today is very, very important. We have access to consumer electronics. Consumer electronics will give us laptops. Before we get into laptops, I also need to hook up maintenance 3, because maintenance 3 is, as of this point, still being delivered by trucks. On top of that, our global need is at 122, and we're only making 120. So I sort of want to get on top of this before it gets too much worse. So what we need to do is we need to come up here. We're going to grab some of our electronics 3, bring it out to here, across. Come on, pause the game. That way I get some extra frames back, and routing belts becomes a little bit easier, because if you haven't worked it out by now, I've sort of maxed out the game. I have horrible frame rate, but it's not because of GPU, it's because the game is 100% CPU limited at this point. Okay, we're going to bring you to there. Same time, I just want to put a little one on the end. I need to remove that. And meanwhile, we're going to uni build that belt. As long as I still have uni, I'm going to keep uni building, but I have a feeling without no longer having plenty of food and maybe having less uni per month, we may need to change over the recording schedule to be much more a case of, well, I show you guys a build and then I let the trucks do it, and I have to put in a cut, purely because I can't get things done. There, please. Just straight past in front. Excellent. All right. Purely because I don't know whether I'm going to keep having being able to afford the uni costs of getting all these builds done. It's not uncommon for me to spend 300 uni in a single episode, which then means I need to resave for the next build. Okay. With that done, that will get our electronics 3 down into 2 maintenance buildings, so we should be able to have twice the maintenance. At least that's my hope. Yes, okay. With that out of the way, please don't collapse. We're doing filling in here. Yeah, don't do that. We're doing filling in, just trying to fill in this little hole. And generally, if you need to fill in it beside belts, you want to fill in up one tile away from the belt, and then do that last little bit. Generally, it means you're not going to have any collapses. No guarantees, but generally. Okay, with that done, we should have maintenance 3 up and running. Maintenance 2, we're producing 200 and... We need 300, and we're producing 480. Maintenance 1, well, I don't have room for any more buildings, and we're at... we can produce 370, and we need 3,700, and I'm producing 3,000. So we're very, very much on the line when it comes to maintenance. All right, so with that done, next thing I want to talk about is going to be... actually, it's going to be... You're empty, you can be paused, and it's going to be you because you're also empty, which means you can be paused. Yay, free workers. All right, next thing I want to talk about is that research we looked at earlier that's finally completed. I know Rocket is the next research. We'll get there eventually. Consumer electronics. Now, consumer electronics are laptops which go to the wonderful people. The wonderful people like their laptops. If it's anything like their glass rocking chairs or their white goods, I expect they throw them out every 2 months. So we're probably going to need a few of them. They need electronics 3, plastic and steel, which means I have planned to put them right here, because I happen to have steel right here. We've already dragged electronics 3 to this point, which means I should be able to just wrap this around and into there, which means I just need to go get plastic. So we need to find plastic. Plastic is luckily right here, and it should hopefully be a case of, from the output side, JD, take this up to height 2, bring it over to there, tuck it under the bridge and under our electronics 3 belt till we get to about here, take you up to height 2 so we can... Nope, I said height 2. That's not height 2. That's definitely not height 2. try again. Height 2 to there. And around the edge. And over to here. Over to here. Over to here. Over to here. And drop the belt right there. Okay, with those two done, it should be a case of plug you into there and plug you into there. Okay, and I can cut off any excess. Cancel. Cool. Build that one, and you know what? We'll build the plastic belt as well. We also need to do these in a robotic assembler Mark II. So these go in the best assembler we have, and they only make 4. It turns out it takes 1 minute. 1 minute to make 4 laptops, i.e. 1 month, which seems really slow in my books, but okay. I've already taken the pre-liberty of putting together a box, ready for this to go into, and a very, very long belt. I have pre-routed the belt. I'm going to use the pause mode, and we're just going to try and find every belt segment and have the trucks actually do something for a change. No, belt. 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 Yeah. More belt. Can I just do... I can just drag over it. Okay, just drag over it. That's way better than... Oh. You got nowhere to put coal. Guys, you can put coal in this bucket, please. Thank you. Where were we? Belt, 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 belt. Oh, no, there's another piece. Pause and pause. Alright, which means I now need to get in... What was that module called? Whatever the module was called. Housing services. It's a consumer electronics module. Now, obviously, I need to attach that to the housing somewhere. The problem is the somewhere. What I'm going to do is, well, I can put it all the way up here. I have infrastructure running all along this side, so that's not a viable option. I can put it over here beside trash. Speaking of trash, we are up to, no, wrong button. Waste. No. Waste. We are making 200 and something per month, 280 per month, which means I'm also now going to dedicate a large dump truck to dumping waste at all times. That is going to be your only job in life, to go dump the trash. Yeah. So I need to put in one of these modules. My options are very slim, but remember that transformer that we keep moving around all over the place? We're going to move it again. So I'm going to shove you far over the far side. We're going to uni-build that in a hurry, which means I can get rid of this one. I'm waiting for this to flash because we're using 4.8 megawatts worth of power, which is a lot. Okay, I'm going to remove you, and then I should be able to put in a consumer electronics module right here. Which, holy crap, they want 40 of them per month. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I'm curious what this building looks like. We have Mathsonic on the left. We have Idea on the left, and oh, it's a Mathsonic again. Comment section. Can we please suggest a better name for this building? Laptop Emporium or Consortium or something. Because yeah, it needs to not be Mathsonic. All right. We've already got a Mathsonic. All right. So that's the first. Whoa. No, you're fine. All right. That's the first thing we need to do. Second thing we're going to need to do is if you're going to use, and this is going to be the scary part, if you're going to use 2 electronics to make 4 laptops, and I need 40 laptops, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10 machines. It also means I'm going to need 20 electronics, 2 per minute, which there's a belt missing. That's the belt. Okay, and plastic is not flowing because I didn't build that belt. That'll do the trick. All right, that is all the belts. Yes, okay. Which means, yes, I need 20 electronics 2 per minute. We are currently making, if we remember our microchip builds, these guys are making 6 per minute, which means I'm making currently a total of 12, which is not good enough. So now we've fixed power in the last episode. Also, we've fixed water. Our next plan is microchips. Microchips. We have access to the microchip machine 2, which requires not 6 workers, but they now require 8 workers. We go from 30 kilowatts to 60 kilowatts. We also go from 4 teraflops to 8 teraflops, so we're going to need more teraflops. The good news is I have pre-planned, and I have some flops available. In fact, I have, it's 12 machines, and they need 4 extra flops each, which is 48 flops, which means if I unpause you and I unpause you, that should give us enough flops that I should be able to come in here and go, upgrade. Remember what I said about I want a button? I can just point at things and click upgrade. Yeah, this is definitely one of those times. And upgrade, and yeah, we get the picture. Okay, with all of those upgraded, we should be able to just Unity blast the whole lot, and that should take us from 8 microchips. Yes, 8 microchips up to, well, this will do it, but no, hang on. From 6 microchips up to 12 microchips plus the other 6 gives us 18, which means we then need to upgrade these guys. These do 1.5 each. If I upgrade you, you'll do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, which also means I can turn off you and you. Now, obviously, if we're going to make more electronics 3, we're going to need more electronics 2. So again, I need to go through and I need to upgrade these guys. Now, the good news is when upgrading these guys, apart from needing more teraflops, and teraflops are terafloptical, we also save people. These need 8 people. Where is a robotic assembler? Robotic assembler only needs 3 people. So we're definitely going to start saving. Oh, we're using parts. We need to unpause those guys. So if I do 5 of those, it means I can do 10 of these guys. And have slightly more production than I had previously. Slightly more production. And we're out of flops. Okay. We need more flops, please. Can I get... You're maxed out. You're done. We're going to also have to unpause one of those guys. Can I just unpause you and maybe we can start having bits delivered? Also, we'll fill you in or pre-fill you in with servers. We need a shift button. We need a shift button to put in 5 at a time. Can I get rid of that and that? And as long as you're not broken, I don't care. You're still not broken. Excellent. Okay, back to our upgrading bonanza. We're going to upgrade you, and you, with you. We're going to resume both those guys so I can upgrade you and upgrade you. I'll need to pause 2 of those guys so we're still on the same ratio. But that should give us more electronics too. The catch is obviously these guys need 6 silicon poly. These guys now need 12, which means we need to work our way back the chain and make sure we have more poly, which comes from quartz, which means quartz-wise we have this one, which has 26% stock, this that has 91% stock, which is a good sign, this which has 53 in stock, which means, how am I still short on flops? I shouldn't be. Oh, because you're paused. Yes. 310 and 336. Excellent. Okay, which means we're going to leave that for a second, which means we need to go and get some more quartz smelting up and running. Now, I have pre-built all this because we've been through this once, but it means I'm going to need 2 more of these guys to take the steam out of the arc furnace 2 and process it. At the same time, we're obviously going to need these guys done. We're going to need the output done. And it also means that I've already pre-upgraded the belt because we're well over, holy crap, 350 teraflops. Okay, you know how I was building you to leave you paused? Turns out we're going to be resuming you, and we're going to be quick delivering and resuming you too. Oh, so many flops. Okay, can I unpause you then? And how many servers do I have available? Some. That's a good sign. As long as we still have servers available, we can keep going. 28. That's it. Okay. All right, 384 teraflops. Wow. All right, so we can get these guys going. Now, these guys are going to need to have graphite. Now, graphite, we have two recipes. We can already bring in a little bit of coal with some chlorine, gives us a lot of graphite, enough to run 4 of these guys with a touch of sour water, which conveniently we have sour water processing here, as long as it doesn't back up. The other option is we can bring in CO2 and we can get graphite that way. I have run a pipe, a giant pipe, all the way down the map, because over here we are making antibiotics, which has 12 machines. 12 machines doing 3 CO2 each. Also, I'm making ethanol. Ethanol actually produces a lot at 12 machines each. 12 each, plus 13 times 12, which means technically I have potentially, if this is all running, and that's one of the biggest things with this, this turns on and off as required. You know, as I have some poppy seeds come through, we get some of the morphine, and then some of these turn on, and therefore we use some of the antibiotics, so therefore one of these turns on. Also at the same time we use some of the disinfectants, so one of these turns on, which uses some ethanol, so on and so forth. At the same time, the plastic is linked back into the ethanol, which that tank's getting very low, which probably means I need to turn on one of them or plant more sugar. Yes, this is why we've turned off that food boost, hoping to get actually more food through here that we can process. But yes, potentially I have 192 CO2 in this build. So this all joins up into one large pipe. It then prioritizes out this way, and then we're running all that lovely CO2 all the way down the map, because it's free to run things in a pipe into here, which also links into the CO2 from the hydrogen reformers. Oh, actually, hang on. You have a hydrogen reformer up there. Is that tied in? It is not. Okay. That says oxygen. That says CO2. Oh, okay. It's the oxygen. Yeah, okay. It's fine. It's fine. I understand. All right. Which you output 36. So I need to take that and find a CO2 pipe, which hopefully, yeah, we should be able to plug into this fairly easily. Done. We'll grab that 36 as well. It doesn't run at the speed of 36. It runs much lower, but you know, free CO2 is free CO2. All right. With that also tied in, do we have too much coal again? Nope, we're good on coal. Yeah, let's just unpause that and we'll have a truck to build it. All right. Which means, well, if you're venting, I am not maximizing all my CO2 I've gone through the effort of gathering. So we're going to build you and you, which should, these guys unfortunately only provide 3 graphite. But if I can get 369 from processing CO2, it's less air pollution. Less air pollution means happier people. Happier people means more health, and more health means more uni, and I'm all about the uni at the moment. Also means I'm going to get that belt done. Well, okay. Well, you're venting right now. If you're venting right now, that sort of implies that I could have this one built as well. All right, so we're going to build this one as well. Hopefully, that's enough. The only way I'm going to know for sure is either... You know what? Actually, if I upgrade that pipe, and rather than putting that there, can I put you there? Alright, let's do a little experiment. Can I remove 2 of you? And I want to put one of these in. Yeah. Which we're going to prioritize into there. And we're going to grab the vent. which we'll put right there. That'll work. You are an out. Good. Okay. Because really, I'd like to have a buffer. I'd like to be able to store up the excess CO2, rather than it being it has to be used now situation. Because if I have a tank, I can at least visually look at a tank and go, okay, I have spare CO2 or I don't. If I don't, then maybe I have too many machines. Maybe I don't. If I see the tank is full of, come on, through to here, around to here, and into there. Perfect. If I see the tank's full, the machines are all full, the box is full, then, well, I know I've got everything well and truly running. Otherwise, you know, this at least gives me a measuring stick. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for, a measuring stick. Measuring stick to see how well we're doing on processing the CO2 rather than dumping the CO2. That's really my ideal goal. All right, so this should get us more poly. More poly means more electronics too. Yes, which also means, hopefully, hang on, what speed's that belt? 60. You're probably going to need an upgrade. Because originally everything was ratioed out that 60 would be fine, but if you're all going to be faster assemblers, then we're going to need faster belts. Alright, so that should get you up and running. You are still full. You're still doing fine so far. Okay, and then you guys are running fine as well. Alright, so then how many teraflops do I have? I have not a lot. Okay, because I have not a lot, we can't go and upgrade the other half just yet. But another problem I have is we have not a lot of copper. Yes, I know you have. High supply of slag should rectify itself if we can ship it out. The belt's broken. Where'd you guys break the belt? Damn you. Collision with terrain. Yep. Out one tile, cross, and into there. Yeah, you don't fill in that place. Alright, if this blocks off truck access, do you know how unimpressed I'm going to be? Okay, that should get rid of that. Construction part 3, construction part 4. Yeah, we're burning through parts. That should reconnect, hopefully. I want to delete that one tile, at least then I can click on the whole belt at once, and yes, trucks can at least get past. Cool, that is the whole belt. Yeah, it's about a 900 belt. Alright, broken glass. Why? You don't have coal. Why don't you have coal? Hang on. Why don't you have coal? 200 belt, 200 belt, 200, really? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 15 is 180. Yeah, it should keep up. We're about to add more smelters, so, you know, it's probably past due anyway. Unless it's a belt up here somewhere. There's always a chance there's a one tile belt in here somewhere that's running at the wrong speed. Alright, just do that then. I obviously missed you. Upgrade. Get both those done, and we'll throw an upgrade in here as well. Alright, copper. I don't have any copper. Which means I need a new copper smelter. I've already taken the liberty of adding in some more acid because, well, we had to do that last episode before, recently, and we already know there's not a lot of space, and we just need to whack that in. But now we have the technology. We definitely have the arc furnace too, because we've already built a few of them. I want to get this guy up and running. Running on the arc furnace too, because it's going to cut down on our coal usage. If I grab a normal smelter, we're going to use 15 coal, To run the crushed ore recipe, the normal one, it's 36 ore plus 6 sand plus 15 coal gives us 48, 18 slag, 36 exhaust. These guys are run 36, 6, except rather than use the coal, we now use 3 graphite. The graphite, don't forget, if I want 12 graphite, it comes from coal. So way, way, way less coal. Do want to mention that this needs no power and this needs 1.4 megawatts plus a few teraflops on top of that. Yep. We still get 48 molten copper. We still get 18 slag. One of the big differences is we're going to bring in 12 water and get out 12 low pressure steam, which means I can take that water that we're going to gather and run it into a desal plant and get some free water, which is good because we have this message here. Oh, 5 of them now. We are tapping out this groundwater. In fact, it's just about dry, which probably means I need to pause that. Reason being, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them on the same groundwater, which is well over the maximum cap. The maximum cap seems to be about 2.5. 2.5 generally keeps up, and I've sort of overdone it. So I have pre-routed in the water pipe, which hopefully we can get built. And this is going to be our water return pipe. But I'm actually going to toggle the direction for just now and get it flowing in the opposite direction. All right, so these guys, I want to plug them in. They're all lined up, except they don't need coal anymore. They are going to need copper, and we should be able to plug you straight into there. On top of that, there's going to be a slag return, as always. Plug that in there, which probably... whatever, we'll just upgrade the belts. Plug those 2 in as well. I also am going to need a sand belt. We're still moving basically nothing in the way of sand, so sand should be fine, but we might just go find a sand belt or 2 to upgrade. Oh, okay. We're definitely going to upgrade... Where the hell do you come from? That belt. Yeah, we're definitely going to upgrade that. And we're going to upgrade that. And we're going to upgrade that and that. That should hopefully cover all our bases. Hopefully. Although you look very poor for a 200 sand belt. No, it's fully maxed out. It just looks horrible. Alright. So, that should get these guys plugged in at least partially. The other thing that we need to do is we obviously need to bring in the graphite. Now, the graphite, I'm going to be super lazy for right now. I'm going to have trucks transport it. No, you can come forward there. There should be roughly about right. Plug that in there, and we're going to build that. Alright, graphite. Drag that bar up. We do have some in a box that they can go pick up. Alright. What can't you reach? Good idea. Don't reach it? Cool. Alright. So, with that done, I then need to get... It's water in the rear, right? Yeah, water in the rear and... also, steam out the front. The exhaust pipe is... Probably needs an upgrade. It looks very silly with a Mark III into a Mark I. Yeah. Alright, we need to get water into the system. So, for the moment, just to get the system running, I'm going to run it off, hopefully, the groundwater that I've attached to, that eventually you're going to help, oh, has no water resource to extract. Perfect. Hopefully we can find some groundwater. Hopefully. As it starts raining. Perfect. Okay, so that's not one continuous pipe. Aha! Toggle direction. Okay, now it's one continuous pipe, which should come off there. Cool. I'm going to pause you for a minute, just so I can get some physical water in this pipe, which unfortunately needs to travel all the way along, but that gives me plenty of time to hopefully get our steam, which is going to come out this pipe. Yes, there is just enough room in my designs to plug in the steam output pipe. We're going to grab that, and I'm going to bring you... Come on. Off that connector at height 1, at height 2, no, at height 1. Yeah. So hopefully I can bring this over to about here, and then I want to dog hop over the other belts and bring this. There's no point in me going under that bridge, because trucks don't really need to get through here. We'll just. Oh, I plan to bring it under this bridge. Fine. Okay, we'll bring you over there, under there, and just hang out there for a minute. All right. Do you have water in the pipe? 48. Perfect. That's not a lot. Maybe I'll have a truck magically deliver something. All right. At the same time, obviously, if we're going to have 2 more copper smelters, I need 2 more of the grinders, which means I need to look at where we're going to get some water from. Obviously, we're going to run desal plants, so I need thermal desalinators. We're going to be running that way, I think. Yes, that way. All right, I need water. As always, we're going to go pipe at height 1 over the top for our seawater, which needs to be 3 tiles away. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And your friend. Cool. That's so connected. All right, output, we're going to bring the brine up to height 1 as always. Copy and attach that in there. I have already set up, as you can see, a pump and dump, so we're going to bring you to that tile, I believe it is. Yeah, that tile. Up to height 2, across like so. Cool. Which means I should be able to get a skinny pipe and attach that straight to there. We should be able to build you, and you. Also going to need the seawater pump. And then that just leaves my output. Output's going to be the rear, obviously. So we're going to have to come under here. And I am going to go with a very, very long flat pipe. And I'll explain why in just a second. I just want to plug you into there and get that done. And that done, and all of that done, and that done. All right, main reason being, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 already smelters. If we were to upgrade all of them, I would need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, I said, right? Yeah, I figured it would need about that much room. Okay. Please don't deliver copy here. Cool. Deliver copy here. All right. So I'm planning for the future. I don't know if, honestly, at this point, I don't actually know if the game can support me continuing to build the way I am. I'm obviously not having a lot of frames. I obviously have to pause things from time to time just to get stuff done. So yes. Okay. You need to have more water. Okay. Water output. We're going to bring water output from here. And I'm going to run... it should be fine. We can always upgrade the pipe later. We're going to run over to here. And then over that and into that guy. I also need to grab water output from you. And we're just going to uni that, and that. With those done, in theory, I have a wonderful smelter. I have a wonderful smelter ready to go. It should be able to process a whole bunch of copper. Why are you not outputting? Oh, because that's facing the wrong direction. That'll do it. All right. You should output steam. Steam should come down here. Steam should wrap around and get into these guys, which is going to run the low pressure recipe in both of them, which is good because it doesn't need a lot of seawater. Hence, one is good for right now. And then you guys should output water and brine. Brine, we're going to dump in the sea. Hey, perfect. And then the excess water should come this way and plug back into there and loop back into these machines. which means we should have 2 more copper smelters up and running, already hooked into acid, ready to go, plugged into our copper box, which means hopefully we get some copper. At the same time, when things finally fill up, which might take a minute or two. Well, you got 22 in there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to toggle the direction on you. It means any excess water we start getting will not go to these guys because they can't use it, obviously, because we get out our 12 steam, and our 12 steam we're turning into 24 water, which means we're positive 12 water per arc furnace 2, which means hopefully I should have 24 water per minute popping through this pipe back into here and unpausing that pipe, and hopefully supplying water into here, which is tied to every single one of these steel smelters. It's also tied into our water for our microchips. So it's sort of important it keeps running. Sort of. You have water. You have water. You have water. Where's the next place you go? Next place you go is this pipe. So you have full output, you have water, you have water. So we're not desperate yet. Yeah, the tank's got a touch in it. You guys are working when it rains, which is not often enough in my books. But that should give us water plugged into this system, which should keep us running. And as I upgrade more and more smelters, providing I have all the teraflops available, both the teraflops available and or the power requirements, because this is what 2.8 megawatts right here. That's a lot of power. And why do we see a flash? Because you're running. You're not meant to be running. You're meant to be paused. That's why. Yes, as long as I can provide the power requirements, we can keep scaling up. But we went from 30 odd megawatts up to 50 megawatts. I'm pretty sure you're running, and you're basically running. We do have cloudy weather, so it's sort of expected. You're actually not running. Okay, hang on. I'm now curious. So you're not running. Okay, so you're half running. Half running is fine. As long as I keep this one half running and I stay in this area, I'm perfectly happy. Meanwhile, we can put down more solar panels as always and sort of offset some of our power usage that way. But with all that said, this is where I need to end today's episode because we've got a lot done. We've got a lot more to do. We are shipping out slag. We're filling in this area. We're going to build a dock in the not too distant future, providing my belts don't break again. I think... Well, you're not full. So it looks like we're definitely catching up on our sour water. You don't have enough slag. Wow. I would definitely say we're catching up on our sour water, which is going to be more fertilizer, which is going to be more food. Also going to give us a heap. And then I look at the belt and it stopped moving. Did you guys break it again? Or we're at the point where we need 2 belts. Holy crap. That's a lot of slag. Alright, things for me to fix between episodes. Because I'll also get slag from the other side of the map where we did Medical 3. Anyway, like I said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the very next episode. Alright, bye.